If you want to play pool in space, you're going to have a hard time keeping the balls on the table, as the low gravity will send them flying everywhere. So obviously a pool table and a spaceship would need to have some sort of embedded magnet to pull the balls down, or rather against the table, to emulate some sort of gravity. But what if instead of trying to make up for that lack of gravity, you sort of lean into it? I'm Leonard, welcome to Useless Game Dev. Hi there, welcome to my spaceship. That's where we're going to make a 3D pool game. For starters, I set up a virtual reality environment and now we can walk around in the spaceship. Pool is a very simple game to set up because the physics engine is going to do most of the heavy lifting. So I just need a ball prefab with a rigid body and disabling gravity, and we're mostly done. We'll have to figure out drag and mass later, but we could already add a... Whoa, wait, who put that there? The Q is just a long cylinder with, again, a rigid body. I debated making only the tip a solid collider to prevent bumping into balls by accident, but I figured that was already a part of regular pool, so I left it in. And now the balls fly everywhere in the ship, so we need some kind of physical boundary to keep them within the play area. I modeled this sort of cube with exits at the corner to make the pockets. Except when I'm outside, I can't see what's inside, so it's shader time. Cool, a holographic play area. Now to make the colliders. I wish Unity had some sort of anti-collider feature to make everything outside the mesh solid, but it doesn't, so I hacked together a bunch of walls. Don't worry, they'll be hidden. Now in the pockets I just have to place more triggers to know when a ball has exited the table, and we're mostly done. Ready to start coding? Nope. Wait, we still have those ugly pub balls. And any decent spaceship needs space-themed pool balls. And so once again, it's shader time. So what I settled with for the striped balls was a striped planet style, and for the solid balls I gave a galaxy texture. Also, it's screen space, so it looks funny when you move. Now we're ready to start coding. Again, there isn't much to pull, we just need to detect when a ball enters the pocket and disable it. Unless it's the white ball, in which case we'll simply reset its position. Oh, and obviously we need a big button to reset the game. And we're done, we'll let the players figure out scoring and who goes when and penalties, just like a regular game in a pub. Well, I say players, but this isn't truly a multiplayer game. I'm already very late on making this video, and I have plans for another multiplayer project in the near future anyway. So if you want to play this with a friend, you're going to have to alternate who is wearing the headset after each strike. This looks fine. I had to remove the outline effect because it didn't work in VR and I couldn't figure out how to fix it, but other than that I was able to play a game of space pool without trouble. It's pretty hard to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty fun. Although, we're in space, and we're playing with planets. I wonder what would happen if we were to turn gravity back on, but this time proper space gravity, where each planet attracts each other and can orbit around other planets. If I recall my high school days correctly, the simple formula for gravity between two objects is this, where g is a constant, which we'll gladly tweak to get cool looking results, m1 and m2 are the mass of each of the two objects, and d squared is the squared distance between them. To apply this force, we just need to iterate over each ball, then again to get each pair of balls, and add the force to one of the balls. With this double loop, we will visit each pair of planets twice, once in each direction. The result is chaotic to say the least. The interesting thing though is if I exclude the white ball from receiving gravity forces and lower the strength of gravity, the other balls end up pooling together and it's easier to aim at the big cluster. But even then, it's extremely hard to get a single shot right, as the targets are always moving. But it's fun to have my own planetary system inside my spaceship, so I kinda like it. That's it for this project. If you have VR gear, you can download the game on itch.io. It's a bit rough around the edges, but do let me know what you think in the comments. I'm also always on the lookout for cool VR games, as there aren't many of these out there, and I have finished the absolute masterclass that is The Last Clockwinder. So any suggestion is welcome. Have a good one. Don't forget Unite, Unity's big conference in Barcelona is coming up, and I'll be there to nerd out with other game devs, and I'll see you in the next video.